Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining me, guys. And the reason you're seeing this setup is because I will mostly be, so I have this setup where I cannot just, I have an overhead setup of the camera so that I can show the cards. And I will be mostly talking in this video, trying to explain a couple of things to you so that you understand the readings in the right way, which I feel that you are not understanding, seeing your comments in the last videos. तो इसीलिए मैंने इस तरह का सेटअप कर दिया है. This is my beautiful workstation, and let's get started with putting things in the right place, putting things in perspective. ठीक है? तो ये वीडियो मैं क्यों बना रही हूँ? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो मैं ये वीडियो इसलिए बना रही हूँ कि आई समटाइम्स और मोस्टली टेक अ स्नीक पीक एट द कमेंट सेक्शन कि सब चीज सही डायरेक्शन में जा रहा हो. एवरीथिंग शुड गो इन द राइट प्लेस. पीपल आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग द गाइडेंस इन द राइट वे. क्योंकि व्हाट हैपेंस, and also because for the hygiene and the cleanliness of my space, because I cannot allow my space to be abused, I cannot allow my space to anyone using my space to abuse anybody or even curse somebody, because I did see a comment where the person was actually cursing the other person and I had to block that person. I will not allow my space, or nobody should allow their space for such activities. I also want my place to be, where people practice, if you cannot love somebody, at least respect somebody. Because we are living on this earth, and the basic characteristic of earth, of the very idea of you coming on this earth is that you will experience duality. You will experience darkness and light. You will experience sadness and happiness. You will experience ecstasy and despair. You will experience success and failure. And when you get to experience this duality, that is when you understand things in a better way. Because there is no way to understand what is light if you don't know the darkness. There is no way to understand the goodness if you don't know the evil. So that is why we have this duality. And most of the time we do get attached to certain things, like we start hating failure because we only want to be successful. And unless and until you are a failure, you cannot understand the success. Unless and until you have experienced the sadness, you cannot understand what it means to be happy. So this is how Krishna has designed this whole world, so that we come here, we make a choice through our free will. And he has given us free will. With this free will, we go out and make choices between these two duality, the light or the dark, the soul or the ego, easy or difficult. So these are the choices that we are constantly making, and we are executing, we are doing these karma, and through this we are experiencing life. When we do these, when we make these choices, we are creating karmas. We are basically throwing this into the universe, and whatever we are throwing into the universe, the same thing will come back to us, and that is called karma, right? Our sanchit dharma. When you are creating good karmas, you are creating sanchit karmas, which will bring you good results. Ya fir punya, it will bring you in your life. If you are doing bad karmas, in the same way, if you are putting something evil into the universe, or even if you are putting judgment into the universe, you are whatever, if you are putting hatred into the universe, by the law of karma, it has to come back to you, so that you also experience the same energy, and you can learn the lessons, and you can progress in your spiritual journey, because soul is here to progress in the spiritual lessons. Soul is not here to make money, become, achieve their materialistic desires, but to grow in its consciousness. The soul wants to grow in its consciousness. Soul wants to experience everything so that it can understand things at its deepest level and grow through it. You understand? So what are we here basically to learn? We are here to learn compassion. We are importantly here to learn non-judgment, because And you would see that at every step, we human beings, filled with our beliefs and ego and consciousness as well, we are making this judgment. Why are we making this judgment? It's very easy, right? It is very obvious to understand why are we making these judgments. We are making these judgments because there is a duality, this or that, light or dark, good or bad, loving this person or hating this person, or judging this person. So because we are presented with duality on this earth, judgment comes very naturally to us. I see a lot of people telling don't judge. But I think they stopped growing even at that level itself, because they never went inside it and even questioned themselves that why not judge when this earth was created with this major characteristics of duality, right? Land and water. So why will I not judge if I'm constantly presented with choices with this duality in my environment of the same thing, hatred, love, compassion. So why will I not judge? So judgment is very natural. But how not to get in judgment is by becoming conscious, by becoming more and more aware of ourselves. That are we on the right path? Are we judging? Because you cannot stop yourself from judging. Because you have an ego, you have this ego, and ego will judge. Because ego is your defense mechanism, and ego judges between this and that, light and darkness, sadness and happiness, easy and hard, and it makes decisions for itself. It makes a very calculated decision for itself so that it keeps you safe. Because ego, what is ego? Ego is a defense mechanism based on your information that you have gathered all your life, which you keep gathering all your life. Ego is nothing but your identity, and identity comes from the information that you know. You are so and so. Sumbul is so and so. She is the daughter of so and so. She is an actress. She is maybe she is good friends with Fama. She is very a nice friend of Fama. This is what are all these things? These are information, and this information creates your identity, which becomes your ego. And we try to protect and the ego tries to protect our information that we know. It wants to keep the status quo. ego basically आपको defend करता है, आपको बचाता है ना? So it is very natural for the ego to judge, because we are presented with duality on this Mother Earth, and that is a beautiful thing that Mother Earth offers for the souls who come on this earth to grow. क्योंकि duality नहीं रहेगा तो आप choices कैसे करोगे, और choices नहीं करोगे तो आप lessons कैसे learn करेंगे, आप lessons learn नहीं करोगे तो आगे कैसे बढ़ोगे. तो ये चीजें होती हैं. तो जजमेंट करना नेचुरल है फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. इट इज वेरी नेचुरल फॉर द ह्यूमन बीइंग्स, फॉर द ईगो इन दिस 3D बॉडी टू जज. And it is through this judgment that you will evolve, you will grow. So while it is okay for you to judge, how will you come out of this is by becoming aware of your judgments. When you are aware that, hey, I am judging and I shouldn't be judging, then what happens? You clear the programming. Okay, I don't have to judge. So how to stay safe from judgment? By becoming more and more aware of our ego. If this is right, if this is wrong, as a Punya Atma, we should practice non-judgment. Because when you are practicing non-judgment, you are not getting energetic linked. Every time you are judging, the judgment is like, oh, this person is very nice. This is judgment. You are energetically getting connected to that person in a positive way. Oh, this person is very bad, I hate that person. Still you are getting connected with that person in an energetic way, in a negative energy. And as long as the polarities are created, I love this person, I hate this person, there is this intense energy exchange, you stay connected with that person, the karmic energies will exchange, and yes, the things will continue to show up in your environment as long as you don't balance your energy. So the best thing is to practice non-judgment, because this is one soul lesson that most most that all of us have to learn here when we reincarnate here on 3D, right? So that was so much on judgment. And आपने कितने बार ऐसा देखा होगा कि हम कभी कभी बहुत ही क्विकली किसी को जज कर देते हैं, राइट? एंड लेटर ऑन वी फाइंड आउट दैट ओ गलती से जज कर गया, मुझे तो ये बात उसके बारे में पता ही नहीं थी, ओहो, you know, we get to know this. So in that situation also, to avoid jumping the gun and ending up with the wrong conclusion, totally wrong conclusion, because we don't know the whole story, what happens? We end up judging. So it's very good to just hold back and watch out. And why do we really judge? First of all, though, I told you that it is very natural for us to judge because we are in this ego, and ego has to make a decision based on right and wrong, so the judgment comes naturally. And yet, as a soul, if we want to grow in our journey, we shouldn't be judging. So, and yeah, the ego is judging. How can we, but why is this really happening as much, and how can we be really aware of it? The problem with the ego is that it has this basic quality of protecting you. It's a defense mechanism. और उसको क्या लगता है कि वो सही है, because the ego has certain information और उसको वो protect करना है. उसको लगता है कि वही information सही है, बाकी information सही नहीं है. Obviously, the ego is in my body and it knows the best. But my ego is not in your body. In the similar fashion, your ego is not Sumbul's body or Faman's body, so you cannot understand their situation, their duality, their attachments, their beliefs. And therefore also we should practice non-judgment. Give me a moment. So now you might wonder that why am I giving so much big lecture on judgment? Why am I at all making a lecture wala video? I had to make this lecture wala video, as I told you, that I have to see that I have to maintain the sanity of my space. And the another thing is that you have been also asking me for a long time that how can we help them? How can we, is there any way by which we can help them in this situation? And me being me, I think the best way we can help anybody is by helping ourselves. Okay? By we doing the right things, we can help make world a better place. Because the first thing is we can only change what is in our control, and nothing is really in our control other than we ourselves. Actually, at times you will see that our thoughts themselves are not in our control. With 80,000 thoughts bombarding our mind every single day, even our mind is not in our control. So how can we even change anybody? So you can change or heal anybody by healing yourself. And even if you go into this whole Ho'oponopono concept, where Dr. Hewlin talks about this, that if something is showing in your experience, you are mirroring that energy within you. And if you heal yourself, and the only way to do away with that experience showing in your environment is by healing yourself. So you got to ask, what is inside me that is creating this? And of course, things show up in our environment because it is part of our soul lesson. Okay? Or we are meant to understand something through that experience. For example, let me give you an example. I don't watch TV serials more than 20 years. And when I started doing these readings, all of a sudden, it was by a stroke of, stroke of some destiny, you may say, that I started, somebody requested reading on this couple. I was not even aware about this couple. I know about the serial Imli, but not really aware about this couple and their names as well. And somebody just requested this reading, and I happen to do a lot of request readings. As a psychologist, I like to explore relationship, and I was exploring different relationship and personality reads, and somebody happened to ask me this, and I just did it, just like that. I never thought that it's going to be something that will lead into something. And initially there were a lot of judgments when I was doing this reading. Some people were liking and some people were like, okay, judging. Again, they were judging me for the number of subscribers they have, and they were like, who has taught you this? They were coming with all their own judgments. Isko kisne tarot reading sikha diya and all that. It's not difficult for me to ignore all that because I know what I am. But again, there were so many judgments. But I don't have to really take these judgments because I am not doing these readings for myself. I'm doing these readings because some of you need this, and importantly because I get to explore something. And I feel inspired to do this. The moment I stop feeling inspired, I will not do this. So, what was I really talking? Yeah, so there were a lot of judgments, and then I stopped doing these readings, and then there were a lot of people kind of really requesting me to do this reading. Really. For 1 week, they kept repeating and requesting me, and then I was like, why have such a big ego? Let's help them out. So I created a couple of videos. So I started doing the Sumbul Farman readings again. And even as I was doing this, because I don't watch TV serials, I don't understand, basically this is one thing that we'll have to understand about each other. That it will put things in perspective, what to expect and what to not expect. I do these readings as a reader, and even though I can understand personalities, I don't do these readings as a fan attached to them, because somebody who reads the Bhagavad Gita, I know that attachment has to be released. We have to minimize our attachment, and I will not get into some attachment. A doctor doesn't have to be attached to their patients. They just have to do their work with all the skills they have acquired. So I'm not attached to these people, okay? So when you say that you are really doing good, and I just get that, some of you are thinking that I'm getting attached to these people. No, I'm not getting attached, and I'm not saying this with any, so the more you are detached with the situation, the more clearly you can see the situation, and the better you can help the situation. Okay, that is what I feel like. And so yeah, that is one thing, that we need to practice detachment, non-judgment. And you can practice non-judgment when you are detached with the situation, when there is nothing for you to gain or lose from the situation, which is very difficult. Okay, it's practicing detachment is very difficult, and that is why not everybody is a yogi. Not everybody can give up their relationships and head to Himalaya. So it's not easy, and we have to practice compassion and understanding, right? Just in this case, when Sumbul is not able to give up her attachment with her father, because her father is somebody who got her into this world, and our parents are the strongest attachment. They are our first attachment in this world, and it is not easy to forget that, or to even give up on that. Even though you know certain things, the attachment is such a thing. And इस चीज को आप एक इस तरह से भी समझ सकते हैं, to help you understand things a little better, कि because I am detached with this whole situation, and I will be detached because I don't watch them. It's you who watch. आप अपना कीमती समय, एनर्जी इनको देते हैं, आपका अटैचमेंट जुड़ गया है. You will feel attached. I have never watched that. I never watched the serials, these things. So I will never be attached to these things. I am only attached to my work. And I go deep into my work and then explore it. Something beautiful comes out. But I work with the same passion on Sumbul Farman as I work on any other guidance. Even if you go look back at my past guidances, I have done the same elaborate work on each single one of them. Some people like something, some people love few things, a lot of people like few things, less people like, and that's okay. But for me, all my babies are the same. So yeah, I was trying to make you understand this judgment from a closer perspective. Now see this situation. I have been telling that I am detached to this situation, and therefore I wonder two things. that first तो मैंने यही किया कि why is all of a sudden this crowd who watches serials, they are in my environment. And I was like, I was not able to align with this energy. I was not able to understand you people. And I knew that we are very different people and we will not be able to understand each other. And therefore, I was confused whether I should do these readings or not. You understand? Because we are very different people coming from two different worlds. Where you watch TV serials, you are following the people of the TV serials 24/7. And I was not able to understand this. And you will probably not understand that why this girl doesn't watch serials. Okay, so we are very two different people, and I was wondering that if we will be able to align well, if we will be able to understand each other well. And as is always the case, even if you are not able to understand each other, if you just practice non-judgment and a respect, an unconditional positive regard for everybody, things and situations still work out. The problems happens when I start judging you for watching serials and you start judging me for not watching serials. That is when the problems happen. Like, why you are not watching the serials? And you are like, why are you watching the serials? Okay, so when you start questioning by judgment, when your ego starts questioning, that is when the situation will get worse and it will move south. It will dive down south. So again, non-judgment really helps. And when you practice non-judgment, you will eventually move on the path, or you will be steered on the path where you will see that non-judgment will actually help you get insights, which when you are attached to your ego, you stay stubborn and you are never able to understand. So practicing non-judgment is the best thing. But I also understand that people who are not connected with spirituality, who are too much into 3D, for them, judging anybody comes very natural. But what they don't understand is that what if they were in the same position, would they be so clear cut on everything? Because what happens, that we think that somehow we are perfect. We have this idea. And why do we think that we are perfect? Because we know our intentions. Nobody knows our intentions. अगर हम कुछ करते भी हैं किसी के लिए, तो हमें लगता है कि यार हमने तो इस intention से किया था. Your ego thinks that it is perfect, it is doing the right thing, even though it could be being very, guarded and very opinionated. Because ego knows your intention. भाई मैं guarded हूं क्योंकि मैं अपने आप को protect कर रहा हूं, क्योंकि उसने मुझे ऐसे बोला था तो मैं इसको judge कर रहा हूं. You understand? That is why ego does what it does and still feels that it is right. And therefore the saying, you cannot judge anybody till you go through the same situation. अब यहाँ पे एक situation देखिए, तो हम वापस उस चीज पे आएंगे जो हम बात कर रहे थे. क्योंकि मैं इन सारे सिचुएशन से डिटैच्ड हूँ, आपके सीरियल से, आपके सुम्बुल फहमान से, तो मैं सोचती हूँ, मैंने दो चीज सोचा. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो मैंने सोचा कि why this wave of Sumbul Fahman fan is coming in my environment? Why is it showing in my environment? And this led to a lot of questions and confusion. Ki, should I do this? What if these people, we are not aligned? If we are not aligned, what I say you will not understand, and what you say I will not understand. What I just told you. And then after a little pondering and reflections, which I always do, I found that maybe these people have to teach me something. Maybe I am supposed to learn something from them. But what is that I can learn from them? And I understood that probably these people are here to teach me or give me an idea that if a very 3D couple, Sumbul and Fahman, a 3D couple can create so much of frenzy and people can be so mad about them, that how much of frenzy Krishna and Radha will create. Krishna and Radha, because I'm on the spiritual path. And I was not able to understand your love for this couple. Like, what is this with this TV serial and so much obsession with these people? And I was like, why are they showing in my environment? Why has Krishna got this in my environment? What is he trying to teach me? What is the message that he's trying to deliver to me? And after a lot of reflection, and that is why we should go in our cave and keep reflecting on situation that is showing up in our environment. What is this trying to teach me without practicing judgment? or rather practicing non-judgment. Because if I have been continuing to judge you people, wow, what is this pagalpan, what is all this, I would never be steered in this path where I will reflect on it and try to understand what are these people trying to teach me, what is Krishna trying to teach me through these things. And as I have been, on this path of Krishna and Radhe, I all of a sudden got a aha moment that maybe, Krishna is telling me that if people can be so crazy for a 3D couple, what kind of frenzy Krishna and Radhe generate? It's unfathomable. It is unfathomable. You can't even imagine the love, how mad you can be for Krishna and Radhe. And I was like, wow. Because you know what? I keep asking these questions to my Ishwar, to my God, to my Krishna, and I get answers like this. This is how he sends me signs and synchronicities. And so there was one question long back, how to connect with your God. Somebody really asked me, and this was the question that I really wanted to answer, but I was also wondering that can I answer this question? Am I that good to answer question on God? But yes, I can answer the question at a personal level, my own little experience, that nobody can tell you how to connect with your God. It is your own one-on-one thing. Okay? आपको कोई नहीं बता सकता है कि आपको अपने ईश्वर कैसे मिलेंगे, कैसे कनेक्ट करना चाहिए. यहाँ पे कोई राइट एंड रॉन्ग है ही नहीं. Because you know what? God, universe, Krishna, they are made up of all love. They are not judgmental. They are filled with compassion, overflowing compassion. अगर हम गलती करते भी हैं तो they are very kind, very understanding, and they respond to you also if you ask them questions. But yes, you have to take a time from all your TV serial watching, and you have to give time to Krishna. You have to give time to your God. If you want to understand him, if you want him to talk to him, because gods, they're always ready to talk to us. But we human beings are busy in our own little 3D stuffs, satisfying our ego, chasing 3D missions and goals. So मैं बता रही हूँ कि how to find God, या फिर you had this question there. So God created everybody very unique, and you will have your own unique way of connecting with your Krishna or with your God, and उसके लिए आपको उनको समय देना पड़ेगा, and you will have to follow the signs and synchronicities कि क्या आपने कोई question भगवान से पूछा था, क्या ये क्वेश्चन आप ये जो साइन आप देख रहे हो या फिर ये जो भी चीज आपके एनवायरनमेंट में शो कर रही है, क्या ये आपके ही किसी क्वेश्चन का आंसर देने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं क्या ईश्वर? वो भी हो सकता है. ठीक है, तो ये चीज हो गई. तो आई वॉज क्वेश्चनिंग दिस व्हेन यू पीपल स्टार्टेड शोइंग इन माई एनवायरनमेंट, बिकॉज आई डिडंट प्लान दीज थिंग्स जस्ट हैपेंड. ओके, सो yeah, one thing that. And another thing is that, okay, so I was telling you that I am detached to this whole situation, and therefore I question ki why are you so attached to this? You are so attached because you watch them, you give your time, you give your focus. एक attachment develop हो गया है, तो आप उसको छोड़ नहीं पा रहे हो, है ना. मैं सोचती हूँ कि ये लोग अपना टाइम, इतना ज्यादा टाइम ये सुंबुल फरमान में डाल रहे हैं. व्हाट अबाउट देयर ओन पर्सनल लाइफ, व्हाट अबाउट देयर ओन हेल्थ, व्हाट अबाउट देयर ओन किड्स, फैमिली, इन सब में तो क्योंकि आपकी एनर्जी अगर बहुत ज्यादा कहीं पे जा रही है तो ना ही वहां पे ओवरलोड ऑफ एनर्जी हो रही है, जो कि इस केस में कपल के साथ ओवरलोड ऑफ एनर्जी हो रही है क्योंकि आप एनर्जेटिक लेवल पे कनेक्टेड है, बट आपका अपना पर्सनल एरियाज जो है वहां से एनर्जी इधर जा रहा है. तो क्या वो एनर्जी वहां पे कुछ सफरिंग नहीं हो रहा होगा? क्या वहां पे लैक ऑफ एनर्जी नहीं हो रही है? As a energy worker, I have these thoughts in my mind. But then it's your life, it is your free will. You have all the freedom to choose where you want to focus, what you want to ignore, and such things. Right? तो क्योंकि मैं डिटैच्ड हूं, मैं आपकी सिचुएशन समझ नहीं पा रही हूं. बट क्योंकि आप इतने अटैच्ड हैं सुंबुल फहमान से, तो यू कैनॉट हेल्प बट लव हिम. अब ये सिचुएशन मैं आपके और सुंबुल के बीच में डाल देती हूँ. सुंबुल अपने पिताजी से बहुत अटैच्ड है और आप उसके पिताजी से अटैच नहीं हो क्योंकि वो आपके पिताजी नहीं है, बट आप सुंबुल को जज कर रहे हैं. क्योंकि अब यहां पे दो सिचुएशन है, माई सिचुएशन एंड योर सिचुएशन, वेयर आई एम नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट व्हाई यू हैव टू गिव सो मच ऑफ एनर्जी, सो मच ऑफ फोकस, यू हैव टू फॉरगेट एवरीथिंग एंड बी लाइक सो मच एंड पेनफुल फॉर दिस कपल. loving and all this thing is okay, but you have your own life to take care also, no? So why not balance this energy, which will also balance the energy, or too much of energy that you are directing towards the couple. एक फ्लड ऑफ रेस्टलेस एनर्जी आप डायरेक्ट कर रहे हैं कपल के लिए, तो वो भी रेस्टलेस फील करेंगे ही. तो ये मैं समझ नहीं पा रही हूं, ठीक है. ठीक उसी तरह से जैसे आप समझ नहीं पा रहे हैं कि ये सुम्बुल ये अपने पिताजी से थोड़ा सा अपने आप को एक्सप्रेस क्यों नहीं करती है, बैलेंस क्यों नहीं लाती है. तो जिस तरह से मैं नहीं समझ पा रही थी कि आप अपने लाइफ में बैलेंस क्यों नहीं ला रहे हो, इतना ज्यादा फोकस क्यों करना है उसके कपल को, जिसके कारण एक रेस्टलेस एनर्जी उनको भी परेशान कर रही होगी शायद, क्योंकि आप एनर्जेटिक लेवल पे कनेक्टेड है. तो ठीक जिस तरह से मैं नहीं समझ पा रही थी, और मैंने नॉन जजमेंट प्रैक्टिस किया कि ओके, अगर कृष्णा ने इन लोगों को मेरे एनवायरमेंट में लाया है तो देयर इज समथिंग दैट ही वांट्स टू टीच मी. और मैंने सीखा कि अगर ये एक 3D कपल इतना प्यार, इतने पागल एक 3D कपल के लिए लोग हो सकते हैं, तो कृष्ण और राधे के लिए कितने लोग पागल हो सकते हैं. वो डिवाइन कपल हैं, लाइक दे आर द मास्टर्स ऑफ, दे आर द गॉड हेड्स. तो मैंने ये सिचुएशन में नॉन जजमेंट प्रैक्टिस करके आप लोगों की तरफ ये चीज सीख ली, क्योंकि मैं स्पिरिचुअल जर्नी पे हूं तो मैं हर चीज से सीखने की कोशिश करती हूं. बट आप यहाँ पे क्या हो कि आप यहाँ पे सुम्बुल के लिए नॉन जजमेंट प्रैक्टिस नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, क्योंकि आपका ईगो आप पे हावी है. You are like, how can she not understand this, what this father is doing? How can she be so spoon? Some people also tell spineless and all. Please don't use these words. No, it doesn't look good. तो ये सारी चीजें आप कर रहे हो क्योंकि आप बहुत अटैच्ड हैं उस सिचुएशन से. सिचुएशन से आप अटैच्ड हो सुम्बुल फाहमान के, तो आप अपने आप को सेपरेट नहीं कर पा रहे हो. लेकिन और ठीक उसी तरह से सुम्बुल अपने पिताजी से अटैच्ड है बायोलॉजिकली. तो टू एक्सपेक्ट हर कि वो बिल्कुल दूध का दूध और पानी की पानी की तरह चीजों को देख पाए, समझ पाए, चीर फाड़ करके आगे बढ़ जाए, पॉसिबल नहीं होता है ना, क्योंकि वी आर ऑल 3D पीपल, वी आर इम्परफेक्ट ह्यूमन बींग्स. जब हम ही खुद परफेक्ट नहीं है तो हम कैसे एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं कि कोई परफेक्ट हो. तो ये सारे गोलमोल बात करने का मतलब बेसिकली यही है कि ठीक उसी तरह से जैसे कि आप अपना अटैचमेंट इस कपल से कम नहीं कर पा रहे हो ना, ठीक उसी प्रकार से सुम्बुल अपना अटैचमेंट अपने पिताजी के साथ कंट्रोल नहीं कर पा रही है, बिकॉज वी आर ऑल ह्यूमन बीइंग्स. और वो यहां पे यही सीखने के लिए आई है. सो गिव हर टाइम टू लर्न दिस. तो उसके दिमाग में क्या चीज, तो आप समझ गए हो ना कि हाउ यू नीड टू प्रैक्टिस नॉन जजमेंट, नॉट ओनली टूवर्ड्स सुम्बुल, नॉट ओनली टूवर्ड्स सुम्बुल्स फादर, बट टूवर्ड्स everybody in your life, also the biggest enemies and all that, because they are always trying to teach you something at a soul level. So even her father, okay, her father at a soul level is trying to help her take decisions for herself. Okay, this is how the soul contracts work. Okay, fine, I will be your father, I will try to teach you this lesson because you want to learn this lesson in the 3D. तो उसके पिताजी उसको लेसन सिखाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. उसको वो शी विल टेक अ टाइम बट शी विल लर्न हर लेसन इवेंचुअली. एंड अगर वो नहीं सीखेगी तो यूनिवर्स के पास कोई टाइम की कमी नहीं है. यूनिवर्स हैज ऑल द टाइम इन द वर्ल्ड, इवन द सेकेंड जन्म, थर्ड जन्म, फोर्थ जन्म, वो हर यूनिवर्स इज वेरी काइंड विद जनरस विथ व्हेन यू लर्न द लेसन्स. पीपल कम इन वेरियस take various births to learn the same lessons, guys. Okay, तो वो चीज हो गई. Yes, so you have to practice now. And yes, even Sumbul's father who is operating in your energy field, जिस तरह से मैंने क्वेश्चन किया कि ये टीवी सीरियल देखने वाले लोग अचानक से मेरे एनर्जी फील्ड में आ गए हैं, इसका क्या, इनकी एनर्जी भी मुझे बहुत स्कैटर्ड फील होती है. I mean, I don't know what to do. I was confused. And at the same time, a lot of people were requesting, please do the reading, please do the reading, please do the reading. I was like, what should I do? And some people still come and tell me views and views मिल रहा है. Guys, ये views ना, ये सब हटा दो. मैं 4 साल से यहाँ पे हूँ. Views के लिए अगर मुझे वीडियो बनाना होगा ना, it's very simple thing. Go and make आपका पर्सन आपके बारे में क्या सोचता है. जस्ट मेक 60 सेकेंड का वीडियो. आपका पर्सन अभी क्या सोच रहा है, कल क्या सोच रहा है, सोते समय क्या सोच रहा है. ऑल दीज चीजी रीडिंग्स, आपको ऐसे व्यूज और सब्सक्राइबर्स मिलते हैं. सो डोंट गिव ऑल दिस ज्ञान अबाउट व्यूज, सब्सक्राइबर्स. आई हैव रिजन बियॉन्ड दीज थिंग्स. नाउ आई एम नॉट चेजिंग सब्सक्राइबर्स एनीमोर. आई एम चेजिंग कृष्णा all my way, because when you chase God, you know, God is so loving and he blesses you. कार्ड्स तो आपने देखे होंगे ना कि कैसे आता है. तो जब आप ईश्वर को चेस करते हो ना, तो ईश्वर आपको भर भर के कंपैशन और लव देते हैं. जस्ट सी द कार्ड्स दैट my gods and my guides give me when I ask them questions. And even in spite of giving so much of elaborate guidance, how many people give back to this channel? How many of you give back love to this channel? How many of you say thank you? How many of you subscribe and support the channel? तो यही 3D ego है कि हम लेंगे खाली पर हम देंगे नहीं कुछ. You know, this is ego telling. So basically कृष्ण की तरफ दौड़ो, अपने गॉड की तरफ जाओ, क्योंकि आप जब गॉड से मांगेंगे ना, तो अपने कृष्ण से मांगोगे तो वो आपको भर भर के देंगे. लेकिन ह्यूमन बींग्स को चेस करेंगे, सब्सक्राइबर्स को चेस करेंगे, कोई गारंटी नहीं कि आपको कुछ मिलने वाला है. अंडरस्टैंड? सो यू मेक योर सेल्फ मोर पावरफुल बाय chasing your divine rather than chasing human beings and people who are so locked in their egocentric mind and so much in this lack of they have this lack this poverty consciousness कि हम एक फ्री की चीज भी नहीं देते हैं, हालांकि हम इतनी सारी एनर्जी ले रहे हैं. बिकॉज देयर वाज सम लेडी हियर हु वाज टेलिंग कि तुमको इसीलिए सब्सक्राइब किया है कि तुम हमको हिंदी में गाइडेंस बताओ. I don't know what makes people feel so entitled. तो मैंने बोला आप अनसब्सक्राइब भी कर लीजिए और आप वीडियोस भी देखिए, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. क्योंकि पर इतना पॉवर्टी कॉन्शियसनेस को मत इतना ज्यादा डोंट पॉलिश योर इग्नोरेंस. Because here I am doing readings. If you know the price, I mean, such detailed, elaborate reading. You don't do it for what can I get in return? But I still do it because I enjoy my work. And all the energies that I put into my work, into the universe, it will come back to me. हेन केन प्रकारेण वो मेरे पास आएगा. चाहे तो आप अच्छा काम करो, चाहे तो वो बुरा काम करो, वो आपके पास आएगा ही. Right? So if I am doing this great work, helping people, whatever, it will somehow come to me. Whatever. But क्या आपको अटैचमेंट के साथ अगेन ये काम करना है कि मेरे पास आए? नहीं. You have to practice non-attachment. You have to practice your attachment only to the. As a spiritual person, I practice my attachment to Krishna. You can practice your attachment as per your growth, your conscious evolution, your spiritual growth to anybody. Some people are attached to their goals. Some people are attached to their parents. Some people are attached to watching serials. We have our own attachments. We are at our own level of spiritual evolvement. And what do we have to do? We have to practice non-judgment. क्यों? क्योंकि अगर आप इस पूरे पृथ्वी को, पूरे अपने 3D environment को as a stage देखेंगे. Somebody also told that, you're getting very dramatic. But yes, I can get dramatic. But how dramatic? More dramatic than how these serials are? So excuse me. So all the world, even if it is, if you feel sometimes I get dramatic, maybe carried away, I'm a human being and I'm imperfect, and you can accept me for being imperfect. So even if I am being, very dramatic as the comment, but Shakespeare said that this world is a stage and we are merely the actors. है ना? तो अगर आप इस स्टेज इस वर्ल्ड को, मदर अर्थ को, 3D को अगर आप स्टेज की तरह, if you'll start seeing this, and you will see that everybody is playing their role, and everybody is playing their role so that they can teach the other person something. So you will be able to practice non-judgment. You will be able, I don't know if you will be able to practice forgiveness, because yes, forgiveness needs even a deeper level of understanding, and work on yourself and work on your attachment of hatred and resentment to the person who wronged you. It's not telling you, that the person has not wronged you. The person has wronged you, but at a soul level, you have to see that what is this person trying to teach me? What was the lesson I asked this person? What was the role that I asked this person to play in my life? So yeah, that is what it is. Of course, non-judgment and forgiveness takes a lot of inner work. It takes a lot of work on yourself. Because why does it take a lot of time? You are wondering, no, कि why Sumbul is taking so much of time? Because this is a soul lesson. Soul lesson ऐसा नहीं है कि अभी किताब उठाया, पढ़ लिया, सीख लिया. क्योंकि attachment इतना ज़्यादा है ना, जिस तरह से आपका इस कपल के साथ बहुत ज्यादा अटैचमेंट है, तुम लोग इतने पागल हो जाते हो कि अभी बताओ अभी बताओ, अभी जाना है, ये करना है, हम परेशान हो रहे हो, गॉड क्या होगा नहीं होगा, इस तरह की एनर्जी है। तो जब आप इतने ज्यादा अटैच्ड हैं तो सुम्बुल अपने पिताजी से कितनी अटैच्ड होगी। आप इस पर्सपेक्टिव से चीजों को देखने की कोशिश करिए। दिस विल हेल्प यू प्रैक्टिस नॉन जजमेंट टुवर्ड्स सुम्बुल, टुवर्ड्स फामान, बोथ ऑफ देम। बेसिकली सबके तरफ नॉन जजमेंट होना है, नॉट ओनली सुम्बुल, एवरीबडी। Because this father that is showing up in this relationship, who is taking lot of energy from Sumbul, and Sumbul is feeling the lack of energy. You know, we got this reading where this person is taking lot of things from Sumbul. और कल के reading में the way we saw Fahman's thought कि this girl is focusing on her career and lot of people are taking her things away. तो यहां पे जो एक एनर्जी का सीपेज हो रहा है, जो एनर्जी की चोरी हो रही है, द 7 ऑफ सोर्ड इज ऑल अबाउट स्टीलिंग थिंग्स, जो एनर्जी की स्टीलिंग हो रही है, और ये आपके इन्वायरमेंट में ये एनर्जी लाउडली शो अप कर रहा है। तो क्या आप भी किसी की एनर्जी स्टील कर रहे हो और उसको वापस नहीं दे रहे हो? आप आस्क ये क्वेश्चन अपने आप से पूछो, आस्क दिस क्वेश्चन, बिकॉज एनीथिंग दैट इज शोइंग इन आवर इन्वायरमेंट इज आंसरिंग आवर ओन क्वेश्चन। अगर आप लोग मेरे इन्वायरमेंट में ऑल ऑफ अ सडन कहीं से आ गए फ्लड की तरह, एंड आई वॉज लाइक, व्हाट इज दिस? आई डिडंट जज द सिचुएशन, व्हाट कृष्णा brought in my energy field in my life. I practiced. I was getting carried away, and then I was like, hold on. Maybe universe, Krishna is trying to teach me something. Maybe Krishna is answering one of my previous questions that I asked him, and now I have forgotten. So I detached myself from everything, practiced non-judgment for all the people who are watching serials or anything. I anyways practice non-judgment and started wondering, what is this? What are these people teaching me? Yes, Krishna and Radha ka divine love kitna strong hoga. And again, another situation is showing up in your life. The father is taking energy from Sumbul, not giving her back. She is feeling depleted. She is feeling she is not getting things in return. यहाँ वाला कार्ड था ना, यहाँ पे from this card we got it. She is not getting the same energy what she is giving to the father. So are you in your personal life also taking a lot of energy from somebody and not giving it back? And this situation will continue to show in you. So how can you heal the situation? ये जो father वाली energy है, जिसको, और फादर के लिए भी नॉन जजमेंट प्रैक्टिस करना है, क्योंकि फादर हियर इज ट्राइंग टू टीच अ वेरी स्ट्रांग लेसन टू सुम्बुल टू रिप्लेनिश हर ओन कप, एस ऑफ कप। पहले अपना कप फिल करो, फिर दूसरों को ये करो। यहां पे दोनों के लिए लेसन है कि एक जो एनर्जी लेता जा रहा है, क्या उसको एनर्जी वापस नहीं करनी चाहिए सुम्बुल को, जो कि वो दे रही है बहुत ही काइंड होके। तो क्या आप भी अपने पर्सनल लाइफ में किसी की एनर्जी लेते जा रहे हो और बदले में कुछ भी नहीं दे रहे हो? पर क्या आप ये एनर्जी की चोरी कर पाएंगे? वी नेवर टीच, जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि वी कैन नॉट चीट एनीबडी, वी कैन चीट ओनली आवरसेल्व्स। क्योंकि अब हम जो भी करते हैं, यू वुड हैव हर्ड ऑफ आकाशिक रिकॉर्ड्स, हम जो भी करते हैं हर चीज आकाशिक रिकॉर्ड्स में रिकॉर्ड होता रहता है। एक एक थॉट्स, एक एक एक्शंस, एक एक इंटेंशन, and everything is energy, right? Our thoughts are energy, our action is energy, our intentions are energy, everything is energy. And energy, by the very law of universe, will balance itself. So basically, you cannot cheat anybody, you cannot steal anybody. जो कल 7 of Swords का कार्ड आपने देखा था ना, 2 7 of Swords सुम्बुल की चीजों को चुरा के पीछे से लेके जा रहा था while she was focusing in the front. This person is basically cheating themselves. You cannot cheat anybody, you cannot steal anybody, because in the Akashic record, everything is recorded, and whatever is stolen of you will be replaced by some other source. And we don't steal energy from anybody, we cheat only ourselves. हम बस अपने आप को ही cheat करते हैं, क्योंकि जो energy इसने ली है वो तो energy उसको देना पड़ेगा, अभी दे, नेक्स्ट जन्म में दे, कभी भी आके उसको एनर्जी बैलेंस करनी पड़ेगी। और तभी तो हम इस कर्म कांड में फंसे रहते हैं। हेन केन प्रकार आपको वो एनर्जी देनी है उस पर्सन को, क्योंकि आपने उसे लिया है। एंड दैट इज वाई द होल, इवन जो गुरु दक्षिणा होता है, व्हाट इज दिस गुरु दक्षिणा? द गुरु इज गिविंग नॉलेज, राइट? गुरु इज नॉट गिविंग द प्रॉपर्टी एंड लैंड टू हिज pupils, his students. Guru is only giving Gyaan. Guru is bringing clarity to the confusion. Guru is bringing light to the darkness. Guru is delivering the person surrounded in ignorance to light. And that is why, and how do you pay the Guru? Through Guru Dakshina, because this is, the energy has to be balanced, and therefore Guru Dakshina was very important concept in our Sanatan Dharma, because you need to balance the energy. And how many of the Sumbul's father needs to balance the energy? How can you keep on taking from one person and not giving it back? But how many people, how many of us even can imagine that we are being that father? In some way, we are, in our own personal way, unique way, mirroring the same energy of that father, that selfishness within us. You know, that selfish energy of depleting somebody of their energy, we are doing the same way in some way. Because why is this person showing in our energy field? Because there is something within me that is attracting that thing. And that is telling us to, and you keep asking ना कि हमको क्या करना चाहिए. हम अब आते हैं हम सब most important question पे, क्योंकि काफी दिनों से लोग मुझसे पूछ रहे हैं कि how can you help these things in any way? Can we do something for this couple? तो अब इस चीज पे आते हैं. ओके, अब इस चीज पे हम आके बात करेंगे कि how can you help. जैसे कि आप जानते ही होंगे कि हम we can only help ourselves, क्योंकि हमारा अपना ही चीज, हम बस अपने ही कंट्रोल में रहते हैं. इनफैक्ट हमारा थॉट्स भी हमारे कंट्रोल में नहीं रहता. तो आप सोच लो कि देयर इज नथिंग इन आवर कंट्रोल, नॉट इन आवर थॉट्स. तो सुंबुल का थॉट्स उसके कंट्रोल में कहां से आ सकता है, राइट? तो सुंबुल का भी थॉट्स वो कोशिश करके भी कंट्रोल नहीं कर पा रही है. सो शी इज जस्ट इम्परफेक्ट ह्यूमन बीइंग, शी इज नॉट रोबोट. तो उसको जजमेंट नहीं करना है. प्रैक्टिस नॉन जजमेंट. दिस होल थिंग आई हैव टोल्ड यू ऑन नॉन जजमेंट ओनली. Because the more you judge, the more the energy becomes intense, the more the polarity becomes evident. So yes, how can you help that person? How can you help Sumbul? How can you help anybody? You can help anybody only by working on yourself. So heal that what is showing in your environment. If you are not liking it, if you don't like how Sumbul's father is taking all her energy and leaving her high and dry, then see in your own personal life, are you taking energy and not giving back to the person? Your personal life here, you are taking so much of energy from this channel. Are you giving back sufficient energy? And if you are not, then how can you accuse the father and not accuse yourself? And that is why I started with this thing, कि our ego thinks that we are perfect, but when we come in the same situation, we see that we are no better than the father, because we are also taking a lot of energy from somebody and we don't want to give anything in return. Because you know what, everything is connected, everything is one, finally one. Everything goes and submerges and dissolves in the Godhead, Krishna. So anything that is showing in your environment is this. So I hope you understand this. Now this was all the Gyaan to help you understand Sumbul's situation, because you know what, you will not be able to understand things and you will keep asking me, how can I help this girl? How can what can we do to heal the situation? And all these things cannot be told to you by tarot. This is something that people find out when they go out on a spiritual journey. Because when they are so hurt with the 10 sword and 20 swords in their back, they cannot take it anymore in the 3D, and they are basically done with the 3D, and they start their spiritual journey to understand things, that why people behave this way, why people keep on taking energy and not giving back to the source, why we keep on taking energy from Mother Earth and not giving her back. You know, the way we are building towers and towers, the way we are digging Mother Earth for all the coal, all the gold and all these things, why are we not replenishing things? Because see how it all started from father taking energy from Sumbul, how it came to my channel, people taking energy, how it came to Mother Earth taking everything. And we need to do healing at our own individual level if you want to change what is seen in your environment if you don't like it. So it's not the Sumbul's father needs to change. It is you who needs to change. And I started this that you will not like this video because you know what? I will not, in this video I am not blaming Sumbul. I am not blaming the father. I am putting the ball in your court. Because you know what? It is very easy to point finger at somebody and say, hey, you father, you are doing the wrong thing. But if you see at a soul level, this person is only trying to show you what you are doing in your personal life. What you are doing. He is just mirroring the same image. So look within. Look within, okay? You got to look within. So let's help you understand some of the things in Sumbul's का केस. कल के रीडिंग पे थोड़ी सी रोशनी डालते हैं. सुम्बुल के लिए, सबके लिए नॉन जजमेंट प्रैक्टिस करना है. और कल की जो रीडिंग आई थी ना, आप लोगों ने थोड़ा सा उसको सही में नहीं समझ पाए हो, मैं आपको बता देती हूँ. ठीक है, ऑल राइट. तो नॉन जजमेंट इसीलिए प्रैक्टिस करो कि सब कोई अपना लेसन सीख रहा है, सबको क्लैरिटी नहीं है. सबके पास तो इतना टैरो गाइडेंस और इतने अच्छे से समझाने वाले लोग नहीं है ना, जैसे मैं समझा रही हूं. तो उनको समझ में नहीं आएगा क्योंकि वो 3D के इल्यूजन में है. और 3D के इल्यूजन में है तो सोल लेसन सीखने के लिए है ना, उनको सही दे विल हैव टू प्रैक्टिस दिस ड्यूअलिटी, फ्री विल, और इसके थ्रू उनको एक प्रॉपर डिसीजंस लेना है जो कि उनके सोल ग्रोथ में हेल्प करेगा. अगर प्रॉपर डिसीजंस नहीं ले पाएंगे तो लेसन्स चलते रहेगा, नो प्रॉब्लम, नो इश्यूज. यूनिवर्स तो फोर्स नहीं कर रहा है कि यू हैव टू टेक दिस डिसीजन राइट नाउ सुम्बुल, राइट नाउ यू टेक दिस डिसीजन सुम्बुल. यूनिवर्स इज वेरी कंपैशनेट, वेरी अंडरस्टैंडिंग. यूनिवर्स विल गिव लॉट ऑफ टाइम टू सुम्बुल टू लर्न हर लेसन्स विच शी हैज डिसाइडेड फॉर हर सेल्फ. ओके, सो आप लोग इतने जजमेंटल मत होइए उसके लिए. ठीक है, मैं ये बताने की कोशिश कर रही हूं. अभी मैं कुछ चीजें एक्सप्लेन करूंगी आपको कल के कार्ड से, सो दैट यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड थिंग्स मोर एट अ डीपर लेवल व्हेन द सुम्बुल कम्स. ये सारा ज्ञान मैंने इसीलिए दिया है क्योंकि लाइफ में आपके चेंज आए. क्योंकि जब तक हम अपने लाइफ में चेंज नहीं लाएंगे तब तक कोई चीज नहीं चेंज हो पाएगी. एंड वी कैन चेंज ओनली आवरसेल्व्स गाइज, वी कैन नॉट चेंज अदर्स. रिमेंबर दिस. Yesterday I was naive, I wanted to change the world. Today I have wisdom and I know that and I change myself. Right? किसी महान व्यक्ति ने, विजडम वाले ने ये बात बोली है ना कि कल मैं बुद्धू था, मैं दुनिया को बदलना चाहता था, आज मैं थोड़ा समझदार हो गया हूं, आज मैं खुद को मैं बदल रहा हूं. Give me a moment. एक्चुअली इस वीडियो के बाद, ये वीडियो मुझे इसीलिए बनाना पड़ गया था क्योंकि देयर वाज लॉट ऑफ जजमेंट्स इन द कमेंट एंड पीपल जो सुम्बुल की एनर्जी है उसको ठीक से समझ नहीं पा रहे थे. इसीलिए मुझे ये क्लैरिफिकेशन वीडियो बनाना पड़ा. और मुझे पता था कि ये क्लैरिफिकेशन वीडियो का कोई फायदा नहीं होगा जब तक कि मैं आपको आपके लेवल पे चीजें नहीं समझाऊं. जब तक हम उसमें इन्वॉल्व नहीं होते हैं ना, हम समझ नहीं पाते हैं. जैसे कि हम किसी का दर्द तब तक नहीं समझ सकते हैं जब तक कि हम उसी दर्द में ना हो. इसीलिए मुझे आपको ये थोड़ा सा दर्द देना पड़ा है स्पिरिचुअल लेसन्स को समझाने के लिए. क्योंकि क्या है कि अगर सुम्बुल के पैर में फोड़ा है या फिर आपके ही पैर में फोड़ा है तो वो दर्द दूसरा आदमी नहीं समझ सकता है. तो मुझे आपको उस सिचुएशन में लाना था जहां पे आप अपने आप को फिगर आउट करो कि क्या वो फादर की एनर्जी आप अपने लाइफ में प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं क्या. एंड देन यू विल बी लाइक, ओह या. क्योंकि हम दूसरों को जज करना बहुत इजी होता है क्योंकि ईगो को पता है उसके डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म क्या है, उसका इंटेंशन क्या है. लेकिन जब यहाँ पे क्लैरिटी पर्सपेक्टिव क्लैरिटी मिलती है, तब जब बॉल हमारे कोर्ट में आ जाता है तो हम चीजों को ठीक से समझ सकते हैं. जब हम पे बनती है ना, जब हम पे चीजें आती हैं तब हम समझ सकते हैं. ऑलराइट, तो सुम्बुल को क्या करना है? बेसिकली हमको रोबोट की तरह ट्रीट नहीं करना है. ह्यूमन बीइंग है, उसके पिताजी हैं, और जिस तरह से आप अपना अटैचमेंट सुम्बुल फहमान के रिलेशनशिप से नहीं खत्म कर पा रहे हो ना, इवन दो यू आर नॉट वेरी लाइक, आप सुम्बुल अपने पिताजी से बायोलॉजिकली कनेक्टेड है. सुम्बुल और फहमान फ्रेंडशिप है, को वर्कर्स हैं, इसीलिए कनेक्टेड है. आप फैंस तो बस उनको देखते हैं, ऐसा कोई जान पहचान जैसा नहीं है ऑफ कोर्स, तभी भी आप इतने कनेक्टेड हो। तो आप खुद सोचो ना, जब आप उनसे इतना कनेक्टेड हो तो सुम्बुल कैसे इतना कनेक्टेड होके वो कैसे बनी, कि ऐसा नहीं है कि वो नहीं जानती है। सी दीज टू कार्ड्स हैव कम अप। तो ऐसा नहीं है कि उसको सही गलत है वो क्या नहीं समझ पा रही है, लेकिन अटैचमेंट है, और अटैचमेंट है तभी तो इतना ज्यादा टेंशन है, इतना ज्यादा बैगेज कैरी कर रही है। अब बैगेज का जो वर्ड मैंने यूज किया ना, आप लोगों ने उसको अच्छे से समझा नहीं है, ठीक है। ये बैगेज जो है रिसेंटमेंट का बैगेज नहीं है बाबा। लेट मी पिक द कार्ड फॉर यू। आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू, बट इट्स ओके, लेट्स हेल्प यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस। Resentment. Let me take out the card for resentment to help you understand these things. Okay. So how can you help Sumbul and Farman? You can help Sumbul and Farman by healing yourself. Resentment, 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 resentment. Don't come up hard on anybody. और देखो, जब आप रिसेंटमेंट प्रैक्टिस जब आप नॉन जजमेंट प्रैक्टिस करेंगे, तो जैसे मैंने बोला कि जैसे मैंने जब नॉन जजमेंट प्रैक्टिस किया कि जब सीरियल वाले हैं क्या ये मेरी बातें समझेंगे नहीं समझेंगे, और मैंने इसके ऊपर देखने की कोशिश की, तो मुझे कृष्ण का मैसेज समझ में आया कि कृष्ण और राधा का प्रेम कितना अद्वितीय, कितना मैजिकल होगा। तो अगर आप भी यहाँ पे अगर नॉन जजमेंट प्रैक्टिस करेंगे सुम्बुल के लिए, जो कि कुछ लोगों ने किया है सुम्बुल के लिए प्रैक्टिस, और कुछ लोग शायद खुद अपने एनर्जी में इतने ट्रैप्ड हैं कि वो नॉन जजमेंट प्रैक्टिस नहीं कर पाए। देखो, नॉन जजमेंट आप प्रैक्टिस तब तक नहीं कर पाएंगे जब तक कि आप एनर्जेटिक लेवल पे बहुत ज्यादा कनेक्टेड हैं। जो लोग एनर्जेटिक लेवल से थोड़ा ऊपर हैं और अवेयरनेस के साथ, कॉन्शियसनेस के साथ नॉन जजमेंट प्रैक्टिस कर रहे हैं, वो बोलते हैं कि ये दोनों अपना लेसन लर्न करेंगे और हो जाएंगे। वो उतना ज्यादा अंदर में एजिटेटेड और एग्रेवेटेड नहीं है, क्योंकि अटैचमेंट है, लेकिन वो क्योंकि वो अवेयर हैं अपने अटैचमेंट के लिए। सो यू ऑल्सो हैव टू बिकम अवेयर ऑफ योर अटैचमेंट सो दैट यू कैन प्रैक्टिस नॉन जजमेंट। ओके, बट सम ऑफ यू आर नॉट एबल टू प्रैक्टिस नॉन जजमेंट बिकॉज यू आर वेरी अटैच्ड एट अ एनर्जेटिक लेवल and you are not understanding your scattered energy. Where in the world can you understand or practice non-judgment to your loved ones? Okay, वो चीजें, जैसे कि आपने देखा होगा ऑपरेशन होता है तो जो पेशेंट की फैमिली होती है वो बहुत परेशान हैरान रहता है ना, लेकिन डॉक्टर हैरान परेशान रहता है नहीं रहता, क्योंकि फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल उसका अटैचमेंट नहीं है, उसको पता है कि उसको क्या करना है, उसको बस ऊपर से उसको बस अपना काम सही करना है, जिसका वो एक्सपर्ट है। तो ये जो अटैचमेंट है ना, ये कोई ऐसी नहीं है कि अटैचमेंट से बहुत ज्यादा लव शो करता है, पर अटैचमेंट चीजों को ठीक से ऑपरेट नहीं होने देता, क्योंकि अटैचमेंट है। अगर यहाँ पे मैग्नेट आ गया तो ये यहां पे अटैच हो जाएगा, तो ये बैलेंस नहीं रहेगा। डू यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस? इफ द मैग्नेट इज हियर, इट विल गेट अटैच्ड हियर, इट इज नॉट बैलेंस्ड। सो अटैचमेंट क्रिएट्स अनबैलेंस। All right. So basically, I wanted to help you explain. I wanted to help you understand last reading really well at its proper level. Okay. And this is what it is. A lot of you people understood that this baggage is of resentment. No, baggage is not completely of resentment, guys. Please understand this, okay? यहाँ पे क्या है, this girl, your belief in scarcity, यानी कि अब ये बंदी देखो इतना सारा बैगेज कैरी कर रही है, इसमें इसका फ्रेंड फामान भी है, इसके पिताजी भी हैं, और ये जो बैगेज है ना, इसका अपना लैक ऑफ स्ट्रेंथ भी है। योर बिलीव इन स्कैरसिटी। अब ये देखो किस तरह से इसकी बॉडी झुक गई है, ये बैगेज बहुत दिन से कैरी कर रही है। ये 10th कार्ड है। सो शी इज कैरिंग दिस बैगेज कि मैं क्या करूं नहीं करूं, फामान ने मुझे इतना हेल्प किया है, आई थिंक आई शुड स्टैंड फॉर हर। और वो फामान के बारे में बहुत सोचती भी रहती है, शी कॉन्स्टेंटली थिंक्स अबाउट फामान, एंड इट इज दैट बैगेज, द थॉट्स ऑफ फामान। ही हैज हेल्प्ड मी, शुड आई टेक स्टैंड फॉर हिम, व्हाट शुड आई डू, यू नो, लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स गोइंग इन हर हेड विच वी सॉ इन द लास्ट वीक्स रीडिंग. This baggage is also of the father, you know, the attachment to her father who is taking so much but is not giving her. She is also thinking, why is this person not, कहीं तो सोचती होगी ना कि वो अपने पिताजी के लिए इतना करती है तो मुझे उनसे उतना ही कंपैशन, लव, अंडरस्टैंडिंग क्यों नहीं मिलता है. ये उस चीज का बैगेज है. प्लस मैंने एक बार बहुत, आई हैव explained this concept to you a long time, many times, that you know what, when this person is not strong enough, is lacking in energy, is carrying lot of baggage, burden है, more than this baggage is of burden, okay, burden जो कि वो कैरी नहीं कर पा रही है. और ये भारी बैगेज और भी क्यों हो गया आपको पता है? क्योंकि ये बिलीव इन स्कैरसिटी, शी डजंट बिलीव्स और स्टैंड्स फॉर हरसेल्फ. तो ये और भी वीक होते जा रही है, ये बैगेज भी कैरी करिए. इट्स वेरी सिंपल टू अंडरस्टैंड ना कि एक नॉर्मल आदमी जो 10 किलो का बोरा उठा सकता है, क्या वो एक फीवर है जिस आदमी को, जो कि बहुत दिन से उसने खाया पिया नहीं है, क्या वो उस 10 किलो के बैगेज को उठा सकता है? नहीं उठा सकता है ना. तो अगर मानो कि सुम्बुल अभी बिलीव इन स्कैरसिटी है, वो वीक हो गई है फिजिकली, इवन माइंड में बहुत सारी चीजें चलती रहती हैं. एक फहमान था जो उसको समझता था, उसको सपोर्ट करता था, अब वो भी नहीं है, तो और भी जीर्ण शीर्ण हो गई है. तो उसमें बेसिकली एक फिजिकल स्ट्रेंथ और मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ नहीं है कि ये बैगेज को, जो कि एक बर्डन है, उसको और कैरी कर सके. होता है ना कि कभी कभी हम एकदम परेशान हो जाते हैं सिचुएशन से, और बहुत टेंशन में भी है. तो ये जो बैगेज है, इसके अपने मेंटल स्ट्रेस का भी है, प्लस इसके अपने जो चीजें हैं और अपना स्ट्रेंथ भी नहीं है कैरी करने का. तो ये पर्सन जो वीक हो गया है फिजिकली और मेंटली, ऑब्वियसली दिस पर्सन कैन नॉट कैरी दिस बैगेज, ओके. और इसमें थोड़ा बहुत कंप्लेन भी है. तो ये बैगेज जो है बस रिसेंटमेंट का बैगेज नहीं है कि ये जो बैगेज है ये सारा देखो, क्योंकि इसका बॉडी लैंग्वेज देखो, ये रिसेंटमेंट वाला बॉडी लैंग्वेज नहीं है. इसमें एक बैगेज, एक जो स्टिक देख रहे हो, रिसेंटमेंट का भी है कि यार तुम मेरे दोस्त थे, हाउ कैन यू डू दिस टू मी. जो भी है, ही इज माई फादर, इफ यू हैड एनी इशू यू कुड हैव टॉक टू मी, वी कुड हैव हील्ड इट. तो एक रिसेंटमेंट का भी है. लेकिन जिस तरह का बॉडी लैंग्वेज आप देख रहे हो, this body language is not कि I'm filled with resentment, I'm gonna shoo you, I'm gonna teach you a lesson. इस तरह का resentment नहीं है. इसमें एक या 2 स्टिक्स resentment के भी हैं, और ये फहमान की तरफ हो सकता है. नाउ 3 resentment का स्टिक हो सकता है, बट ऐसा नहीं है कि पूरा का पूरा resentment का स्टिक she is carrying in her burden. She is carrying the burden की what should I do? She's not able to understand and all the things related with attachment comes in here. She's attached to her father. She's not able to free herself from there. She's attached to Fahman, but she's not able to, because एक जो biological attachment है वो है ही, और उसका तो कुछ blockages भी है लेके. तो वो जो baggage है, वो जो stickiness है ना towards father is becoming more strong. First of all, the biological connection है, माता पिता का स्थान ही इतना ऊंचा होता है कि we respect the very name. We respect the very position and the name of माता पिता, चाहे वो कोई भी उस पे बैठा हो, है ना. इतना हमारा कल्चर है इस तरह का. तो बेसिकली मैं बताना चाह रही हूँ कि शी इज worn out फिजिकली और मेंटली, बहुत ये सब चीज कर करके वो थक गई है. एंड देयरफॉर she doesn't want anything else. She wants peace. वो चाहती कि वो थोड़ा शांत हो जाए. And how is this thing tallying with her energy? This thing is tallying with her energy, जहां पे उसने hermit cage में जाके एक rejuvenating bath लिया था. Do you see that how it connects? How she wants peace, what she wants to wash away from her life. She wants to wash away all the baggage जो कि carry करती रहती है. And she cannot carry this baggage. यार ये आदमी गिर जाएगा, बहुत दिन से carry कर रहा है. यहाँ पे बहुत tension है उसके लिए. You understand? तो ये दोनों का मिक्स्ड बैगेज, जो कि उसकी अपनी फिजिकल कंडीशन इतनी स्ट्रांग नहीं है, जो कि हमें इस काल से पता चल रहा है. शी कैन नॉट कैरी, शी इज नॉट स्ट्रांग इनफ टू कैरी दिस बैगेज. और उसके लिए यही सही है कि ये बैगेज अभी थोड़े दिन के लिए ड्रॉप कर दे, जो कि एग्जैक्टली एक पर्सन ने क्वेश्चन किया है, आंसर दिया है कि उन दोनों को अपने जगह पे, अपने अंडरस्टैंडिंग के हिसाब से दे आर ट्राइंग टू डू देयर बेस्ट एंड दे शुड गिव ईच अदर अ टाइम. अगेन यहाँ पे सेम चीज बोलूंगी मैं. You are expecting Sumbul to take care of father, take care of Fahman, but ये इतनी worn out है कि वो खुद ही का केयर नहीं कर पा रही है. तो ये फादर का क्या केयर करेगी, फादर को क्या ठीक करेगी, या फहमान को ही क्या सपोर्ट कर पाएगी? इसको तो अभी अपने ही सपोर्ट की जरूरत है. समझ में आया? एंड शी इज डूइंग द बेस्ट थिंग बाय गोइंग इनसाइड द केव, टेकिंग केयर ऑफ हरसेल्फ, रिजुविनेटिंग हरसेल्फ. जैसे कि अभी आपको थोड़ा सा ज्ञान दिया था ना कि अगर आपको किसी को हेल्प करना है दुनिया में, तो आपको अपने आप को चेंज करना पड़ेगा. और ये बंदी बहुत सही कर रही है. उसको पता है कि शी इज वीक, वो दूसरों को कुछ नहीं कर सकती है, दूसरे उसको ही मैनिपुलेट कर देते हैं. तो वो क्या कर रही है, वो वही कर रही है जो कि वो कर सकती है. शी इज टेकिंग केयर ऑफ हर सेल्फ. शी वेंट टू द केव, शी डिप हर सेल्फ इन द बाथ, और वो एक रिलैक्सिंग रिजुविनेटिंग स्पा ले रही है, अपने आप को नर्चर कर रही है, जो कि उसकी लास्ट वीक की एनर्जी है, या आई थिंक इस वीक की एनर्जी है. एंड शी इज वॉशिंग अवे. आपने देखा था ना कि शी इज वॉशिंग अवे हर बर्डन्स. What are the things that she is washing away? These are the things that she is washing away. Overthinking. ये वो गलत, ये सही, मैं गलत, वो सही. How to help, not to help, how far. तो वो बोली कि जब वो वीक इतनी है कि वो ठीक ही नहीं कर सकती है, तो वही चीज ना, help yourself. So she is helping herself. और जैसा मैंने बोला कि ये जो बैगेज उसने कैरी किया है, जो कि बर्डन है उसके ऊपर, वो संभाल नहीं पा रही है, बिकॉज शी इज नॉट स्ट्रांग इनफ टू संभालो भाई. तो वो अपने आप को संभाल रही है, विच इज द बेस्ट थिंग यू कैन डू इन एनी सिचुएशन. जब आप किसी चीज को सामने में ठीक नहीं कर सकते हो, अपने आसपास के लोगों को ठीक नहीं कर सकते, तो व्हाट इज द बेस्ट थिंग टू डू? तुम अपने आप को संभाल लो, है ना. तो वो चीजें हैं. तो जब ये कार्ड आया, उसके बारे में वो क्या सोच रही है, तो फामान को लेके बहुत सारा बर्डन है कि इसने हेल्प भी किया है, मैं उसको हेल्प नहीं कर पा रही हूँ, क्या करना चाहिए. बहुत सारे कश्मकश है. ये बर्डन जो है ना, कश्मकश का है. और इसमें रिसेंटमेंट भी है, क्योंकि अब रिसेंटमेंट क्यों है? क्योंकि रिसेंटमेंट फहमान से क्यों है? वाई इज नॉट रिसेंटमेंट विथ फादर? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल तो ये फहमान का रीडिंग है, इसीलिए रिसेंटमेंट उससे है. बहुत क्लियर सी बात है. द रिसेंटमेंट इज शोइंग इन व्हाट शी इज थिंकिंग अबाउट फहमान. इट हैज शोड अप इन फहमान's रीडिंग ऑन हर थॉट्स अबाउट दिस गाय. So definitely it is resentment for her. But why is it this? Instead of judging this, try to understand things in this way, no? That आप उसी से grievances करते हो, उसी से आप उसी से गुस्सा होते हो जो कि आपको समझ सकता है. होता है ना? It's very simple to understand this. आप अपना tantrums और अपने दिल की बात, या फिर आप गुस्सा भी हो, तो आप उसी को शो करते हो जिसको आपको पता है कि वो मेरा समझेगा. क्योंकि फादर की तो सेल्फिश एनर्जी है, वो तो एक कंडीशन पे ही है, उसको नरिश भी नहीं कर रहा है, तो उसको पता है कि वो तो एक थोड़ा सा नार्सिस्टिक रिलेशनशिप है शायद, जो कि सोल लेवल पे अगेन वी हैव टू प्रैक्टिस नॉन जजमेंट, बिकॉज दैट पर्सन इज ट्राइंग टू टीच अस समथिंग, दैट वी हैव टू टेक एनर्जी, गिव एनर्जी. बट ये बंदी जो ऐसा, क्योंकि सच में उसे बुरा लगा है, रिसेंटमेंट है, उसे बुरा लगा है कि यार ये बंदे ने आईवी में इंटरव्यू में जाके ऐसा क्यों बोला, उसे सच में बुरा लगा है. अगर उसको बुरा लगता है तो शी हैज द राइट टू फील बुरा, राइट? शी हैज द राइट टू फील बैड. और वो अपने फ्रेंड से ही बुरा मान रही है ना, क्योंकि उसकी भी फीलिंग उसके लिए जेन्युइन है. सो यू अंडरस्टैंड, आप उसी से अपना रियल फीलिंग्स शो कर सकते हो जिसपे आपको बहुत विश्वास होता है. वरना जिसपे आपको विश्वास नहीं है, आप उसको बहुत बच के चलते हो. आप किसी के घर में जाते हो, अननोन लोग के घर में. आई विल गिव यू अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एग्जांपल. आप किसी अननोन के यहाँ जाते हो, ठीक है, अननोन या बहुत फॉर्मल फ्रेंड है, तो वहां पे आप जाते हो, बहुत ही अच्छे से, बहुत ही स्टाइल से खाते हो, बहुत ही एटिकेट्स दिखाते हो. वही आप अपने बडी के यहाँ जाओ, तो आप जाके उसके रूम में क्या कूद जाते हो, उसके बेड पे कूद जाते हो, ये ले आ, वो ले आ, कोई पर्दा नहीं होता है. तो that is the same thing. That is the comfort of relationship. She is comfortable to show resentment and complain, right? And there are some relationships where you feel that yes, you can be yourself. You can show your tantrums. She is showing that I don't like what you have done. And is it that okay? I think to me it is perfectly okay. तो ये resentment वो वाला resentment नहीं है कि ये जो सारा baggage है ना, ये resentment से उसने भर लिया है. I mean, you should have seen the image of this person. This person cannot carry this any further. This is not the whole sticks are not made up of resentment, Baba. There are a lot of things. There are a lot of thoughts. There are a lot of concerns. There are also why he had to do this. There are lot of whys, ifs, and buts, and there is also why the hell you did this. And yes, can you ask this question from your best friend? Absolutely, you can ask this question from your best friend. What's wrong with it? Difficulties test your relationship. Okay? And difficulties से जाके ही relationship strong बनती है. ये तो बात आपको पता ही होगा. तो इन शॉर्ट आप ये मैं बेसिकली आपको ये बताना चाह रही थी कि ये जो सारा रिसेंटमेंट का स्टिक्स नहीं है, ये बहुत सारा प्यार का भी रिस्ट्रिक्ट्स है. उसको लग रहा है कि हाउ कैन ही डू दिस, क्या करूं नहीं करूं, वो सब है. बट येस, शी इज पुटिंग इट असाइड एंड शी इज नॉट रियली वॉकिंग ऑफ. शी इज पुटिंग दिस असाइड एंड शी इज फोकसिंग ऑन व्हाट शी कैन फोकस ऑन, शी इज फोकसिंग. जैसे कि बोलते हैं ना कि जब आप दुनिया फतेह नहीं कर सकते हो तो आप अपने आप कोई वर्क करो ना, तो वो वही तो कर रही है. एंड आई थिंक शी इज डूइंग अ परफेक्ट जॉब. शी वॉन्ट्स पीस, बिकॉज ये वाले दोनों एनर्जी के साथ पीस नहीं मिल सकता बाबा. एंड एवरीबडी वॉन्ट्स पीस इन देयर लाइफ, एवरीबडी वॉन्ट्स पीस इन देयर लाइफ विद सो मच ऑफ मीडिया इंटरेस्ट ऑल्सो. एवरीबडी वॉन्ट्स पीस इन देयर लाइफ. And do understand guys, with this weak body and very hyperactive mind, जो कि रिलेशनशिप से भी नहीं आ रहा है, इतने सारे लोग बात कर रहे हैं उससे भी आ रहा है. शी इज नॉट इन द फिजिकल हेल्थ स्ट्रांग इनफ टू टेक ऑल द शिट, एंड देयरफॉर शी वांट्स फ्री, शी वांट्स टू बी एट पीस. एंड देयरफॉर उसने ये बैगेज अभी उतार के यहाँ पे साइड में रख दिया है और अपने करियर पे फोकस कर रही है, जो कि करना उसके लिए भी सही है, क्योंकि आप वही चीज कर सकते हो जो कि आपके कंट्रोल में है. जो चीज आपके कंट्रोल में नहीं है आप उसको कैसे चेंज करोगे. गॉट इट? ऑल राइट. तो ये चीज मैं बताना चाह रही थी. तो आप देख रहे हो अब आगे का वीडियो मैंने जो इसका है, क्योंकि कंफ्यूज रीडिंग थी, जैसे आपने देखा होगा लास्ट में कि सुम्बुल की बहुत कंफ्यूज रीडिंग है, वो बहुत ही कश्मकश में है. एंड नो डाउट आई वॉज ऑल्सो इन, शी ट्रांसलेटेड एंड आई कुड पिक द सेम एनर्जी फ्रॉम सुम्बुल. मैं भी बहुत कश्मकश में लास्ट में उसकी रीडिंग में आ गई थी, जहां पे मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा था कि क्या हो रहा है उसके लाइफ में. जो कुछ लोगों ने पूछा ना कि वो प्रोटेक्शन का कार्ड क्या है, कुछ कार्ड्स है, तो आई वॉज नॉट एबल टू गेट हर एनर्जी. ओके, एंड आई विल बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, आई एम ऑलवेज ऑनेस्ट विद एनर्जी, बिकॉज मे बी लेटर ऑन थिंग्स विल बिकम क्लियर, बट आई विल नॉट जस्ट टू टेल कि हाँ मुझे सब पता चल गया है, आई विल टेल एनीथिंग. सो वो बहुत कंफ्यूज एनर्जी है. गुजमुट बोला था ना मैंने, ये वही उसकी एनर्जी है. विद 10 ऑफ swords and 9 of swords, दिस इज नॉट अ इजी एनर्जी टू डील विद, स्पेशली व्हेन यू आर नॉट स्ट्रांग इनफ टू डील विद द एनर्जी. एक फीवर वाले इंसान को 10 kg का वेट दे दोगे उठाने का तो वो नहीं उठा पाएगा, लेकिन अगर वो कोई फिट इंसान है वो ये बैगेज को आराम से उठा लेगा, है ना. तो इसीलिए क्योंकि वो वीक भी है, वो अपना बैगेज साइड में रख दिया. इट्स नॉट लाइक कि हे फामान आई विल टीच यू अ लेसन, आई विल वॉक आउट. वो सब आपको पता है क्यों लगता है, क्योंकि आप वो चीजें देखते रहते हो 3D में. एंड यस, 3D में एक्चुअली दे आर ट्राइंग टू फाइट ओवर, वो हो सकता है. देखो 3D में ना हम बहुत सारी चीजें दिखाने के लिए करते हैं, ठीक है, लाइक या रिसेंटमेंट से कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि मैंने एक रिसेंटमेंट का कार्ड आया है ना, तो वो जो चीज एनर्जी है ना टू गोइंग अगेंस्ट ईच अदर, रिसेंटमेंट वाली, वो 3D में है, वो फिजी सामने में दिख रहा है, पर अंदर में भी क्या रिसेंटमेंट ही भरी हुई है उसके दिल में? नहीं. यहाँ पे 10 वॉन्ड्स है और सब रिसेंटमेंट का वॉन्ड्स नहीं है. एक रिसेंटमेंट का वॉन्ड है जो कि फिजिकल में, हाउ इज इट शोइंग? नाइट ऑफ वॉन्ड्स, नाइट ऑफ सोर्ड इन रिवर्स, रनिंग टुवर्ड्स ईच अदर. जो वर्ड्स के फाइट हो रहे हैं या सोशल मीडिया से फाइट हो रहा है, या वो सब चीज हो रहा है. लेकिन क्या अंदर में भी वो पूरी रिसेंटमेंट से भरी हुई है? नो बाबा. यहां पे इसका बॉडी देखो. तो कहने का मतलब है कि ये दोनों एनर्जी जो उसके मन मस्तिष्क में चल रही है ना, बहुत सारा एक एल्केमी क्रिएट कर रहा है, बिकॉज शी इज ऑल्सो इम्परफेक्ट एंड ऑल दैट. तो प्लस उसका बॉडी भी वीक है. तो ये सारे इमोशंस, केयर, कंसर्न, हाउ कैन यू डू दिस, व्हाट शुड आई डू, आई एम फीलिंग वीक, इज क्रिएटिंग द होल एल्केमी इन हर लाइफ, जिसमें रिसेंटमेंट का भी एक रंग है, पर ये पूरा रंग ही रिसेंटमेंट से नहीं कलर्ड है. आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई मीन. ओके, और इसीलिए मैंने इतना सारा ज्ञान दिया, सोल लेवल पे भी चीजों को समझाने की कोशिश की. ट्राई टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड थिंग्स दैट वी नीड टू प्रैक्टिस नॉन जजमेंट. व्हाई वी आर नॉट एबल टू प्रैक्टिस नॉन जजमेंट? बिकॉज वी आर सो अटैच्ड टू आवर ईगो. वी सी थिंग्स ओनली फ्रॉम द ईगो पर्सपेक्टिव. बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू when the ball is in your court, are you doing the same thing as the father is doing? So all these things help you understand situation in a better way, because when you are on the driving seat, you understand where the car is really heading. But when you are sitting next to the driver, you don't understand that much. So that's why I have turned the ball in your court to help see things from your point of view. When you are in pain, how will you react? See things from that level, and that will help you practice non-judgment. Are you that giving? Are you that giving? तो वो चीज मुझे बतानी थी. और here on do try to practice non-judgment in your life, क्योंकि अभी जो आगे मैं रीडिंग रिलीज करूंगी, जो कि मैंने कल ही कर लिया था, क्योंकि I do try to save some time by doing readings, many readings when I sit for one session. It helps me save time on the setup. And every time I go for a reading, I have to do an elaborate meditation, tapping, sourcing, grounding, charging the cards with mantra, calling my spirit guides, pampering them, showing them gratitude. तो 30-40 minutes का काम वहीं पे होता है. तो every time I sit with a reading, while you think that it is a drop of a hat का काम कि reading मांगो अभी reading मिल गई, ऐसा नहीं होता है. Every time I sit with I have to start a reading, I have to cleanse myself, I have to do meditation, I have to do tapping, I have to source, I have to ground, I have to call my guides, I have to talk to them, I have to make them feel good because I am taking their energy. And I cannot be taking, and I am not someone who will take the energy and say not give things back, okay? Because I want to balance energy. As a spiritual person, this is my first thing I'll always do. Because I don't want to be in energy debt. So when they come here, they give me this selfless guidance. I pamper them. I try to pamper them with all my heart. I show my deepest gratitude to them for all the guidance they give me. I pray to everybody touched with these readings that they be blessed. So before I start the reading, before the camera rolls in, a lot of things happens here. I cleanse the whole place. I cleanse myself, meditation, tapping, and all these things, cleansing the card, doing the mantras, fire wash and all that. And then the reading starts. 30-40 minutes का काम होता है before even the camera goes on. Which you people don't know. So आपको लगता है कि अभी reading पूछा है, क्यों नहीं reading बना रही है? ऐसा नहीं होता है. I follow a proper procedure. If I call the spirit guides, I will see to it that I am ready for it. I will see to it that the place is prepared for the spirit guides, so that they feel loved and not taken advantage of. अगर मैं उनसे कुछ गाइडेंस ले रही हूँ तो मुझे उनको ग्रैटिट्यूड तो शो करना है, और मैं उनके डिवाइन गाइडेंस के लिए क्या ही उनको दे पाऊंगी. तो अपना ग्रैटिट्यूड, अपना टाइम, अपना लव, अपना कंपैशन एंड ग्रैटिट्यूड ही शो कर सकती हूँ ना. तो वो सारी चीजें करने के बाद ही मैं उनसे गाइडेंस लेती हूँ. तो एक इलाबोरेट वर्क होता है, एंड आई लाइक टू डू दिस वे. दिस इज हाउ आई वर्क, एंड यू सी द रिजल्ट इन माई कार्ड्स व्हेन आई show my deepest gratitude to the spirit guides for the energy guidance they give me, also including blessing everybody touched with these readings. This is also included. There's an elaborate prayer, my own prayer that I do. And when you nurture something and you value something, I value the guidance that spirit guides give to me. I value the time that they give to me. I value the energy that they give to me. I value at the deepest level the protection they give to me. It is all because of them, and I show and I take time to show my deepest gratitude to them. I don't think I can manage to balance the energy, because what they are giving is in no way for me, mortal being, can balance that energy. But the least I can do is show my deepest gratitude, show respect them before I call them. Just not like just sit and call them. No, it doesn't happen that way. I have to prepare myself before I get going with this. And when they come, I have to value them. I have to show that, yes, I value this. How many of you take time to thank the divine for all the guidance that you are receiving? You are again taking a lot of energy and you are not giving back. So, you think that tarot guidance जल्दी पूछ लेते हैं, जल्दी क्यों नहीं बनाती है? ऐसा नहीं बनाती है. मुझे पूरा meditation सब करना पड़ता है. And just like you, I don't like doing meditation. And therefore I don't like to sit for a tarot reading every day. So जब मैं एक टाइम पे बैठती हूँ तो I try to do 2-3 videos ताकि मुझे every day I don't want to, and I also try to save my time because there are so many things I have to take care of, right? Personal life, professional life, clients, and then all these YouTubes and stuffs, right? आप अपने you cannot there are priorities, right? तो वो चीज है. How many of you will do a 10 minutes ka meditation, 5 minutes ka meditation, even 2 minutes ka meditation before you will click on the video and watch? You will not do, right? So it's all the hard work is happening this side of the screen. I am doing the hard work. I am doing the meditation. I am doing everything. And I have to do, because if I have to ask the guidance from spirit guides, I cannot be just asking him, अरे आओ बता दो मुझे, चलो ठीक है, thanks. ऐसा थोड़ी होता है. क्योंकि जब आप किसी चीज को पैम्पर करते हैं, किसी को वैल्यू करते हैं, नर्चर करते हैं, तो आपका रिलेशनशिप स्ट्रांग होता है. एंड यू कैन सी द रिलेशनशिप I share with, or the spirit guides are here, we share together, we are on the roll. And it's like, for me it is like spirit guides are on one horse and I'm on the another horse, and we are chasing something, we are chasing the questions. Spirit guides are throwing me googlies, I'm trying to understand things, and this is how I see it. So I'm having a total fun when I'm doing this. I'm so into the reading. I don't remember English ho raha hai, Hindi ho raha hai, Arabic ho raha hai, kya ho raha hai, mujhe nahi pata rehta hai. So I'm so too into this, and I love this, and I want to be with this. This is my personal space, and I like things to be this way. And there are no comparisons from whatsoever the other people are doing it. I have my own relationship with the spirit guides, and they love me and I love them back, and I value this and I cherish this relationship. I show deepest gratitude for this, and every time I will do reading, I will follow this procedure no matter how much time it takes me. And therefore I just cannot sit for the reading and chalo अरे spirit guides आ जाओ, चलो हाँ बताओ, अच्छा ठीक है bye bye चलो जाओ. ऐसा नहीं होता है. I value relationships in my life, especially nurturing relationships, because you don't have a nurturing relationship with everybody. अब सुम्बुल of पिताजी को ही देखो ना, सुम्बुल उसको इतना दे रही है, उसका पिताजी उसको क्या दे रहा है, लेता ही जा रहा है, लेता ही जा रहा है. अब तो उससे लेके पास ऑन भी कर रहा है. जैसे कि कल की रीडिंग में देखा था ना, सुम्बुल के कुछ चीज लेके वो पास ऑन करके किसी और को दे रहा है, राइट? तो वी विल गेट वेरी फ्यू पीपल हु विल गिव अस व्हाट वी आर गिविंग. And that is what you need to change in yourself. If you are taking something, give back, replace it. If you are taking from Mother Earth, goddamn replace it. If you are cutting the trees, put the seeds, grow the trees, replace it. The problem is that we are becoming takers. ये consumerism का ज़माना है ना, globalization. We are just taking and taking and taking. We don't want to give back. We are becoming so deep into our ego, living an egocentric life, that we are not even aware that what is our soul essence. And you are not here to give, you are not here to take, you are here to give. And when you give, you get 10 times what you give, right? So that is what it is. Give and you get back. So what can you change in your life? How can you change Sumbul and Faman? You can change and send positive vibes to Sumbul Faman by healing something that is showing in your own life. By sending love to yourself, by being kind, by being balanced. That is how you change Sumbul and Faman. You don't go and change Sumbul, Faman and the world by giving orders. I could have given you this guidance even before, right? But I know that nobody wants guidance. Nobody likes Gyaan. So I don't give. I anyways charge a lot of money for my giving Gyaan. So I'm no more interested in giving Gyaan for free. But because the reading was not being understood in the right way, and I also feel that you were somewhat in the right frame of mind, frame of receiving the guidance, I gave you. Because you know what, in the whole Gita Upanishad, Krishna gave this Gita Gyaan to Arjun, but he did not give this Gita Gyaan to Arjun till he was in the receiving mode. Initially when they came to Kurukshetra, no, Arjun was in his ego, giving a lot of, throwing a lot of questions to Krishna. Krishna, we should not fight the war. These are my loved ones. This is my guru. How can I fight a war? This is not right. It is better that I die. I don't want to fight. And Krishna was smiling and smiling and smiling. And when Arjuna was exhausted of all his Gyaan, all his Tark and Vitark, and he was only left with his confusion, his duvidha of the duality, which he was not able to make sense of what to do, and he finally surrenders. So now there is only confusion, but there is no Tark and Vitark. All the ego is gone, because his ego didn't helped him decide anything. Because ego is so attached in the trapment, it is so trapped in the attachment that is not able to make sense of things, what is right, what is good, because what you are attached to feels good. Sumbul's fans are attached to Sumbul, Sumbul feels good. Faman's fans are attached to Faman, Famans feel good. So attachment leads you or makes you lean more in one direction. But is it the right thing? You have to rise above your ego, above your identity, above your knowledge to make the decisions which is aligned to your dharma, which will lead to your soul growing in consciousness and you learning your lessons. right? So that is what it is. So yeah, I was talking about, so you know, as long as Arjun was giving all the tark and vitark coming from his ego, from his knowledge, identity, Krishna was only smiling, right? In this Arjuna, he was not, you know, Arjuna was like, how can I, you know, wage a war with Dronacharya? He is my wisdom, he is my mind, because he has taught me all the lessons, right? And Bhishma Pitama, how can I fight with Bhishma Pitama? He is my worldly attachments. Worldly knowledge is represented by Dronacharya, and the worldly attachments is represented by Bhishma Pitama, because he was very close to Bhishma Pitama. No? Bhishma Pitama was his grandfather, loving, and grandfathers love us, pamper us, take care of us. And he had to fight a war against Bhishma Pitama, who was representing his worldly attachments, attachment of Sumbul and father, right? It is not difficult to do away with it. Even Arjuna was not able to cut his attachment with Bhishma Pitama, and therefore the whole Gita Upanishad came, right? Because he was not able to surrender his attachment to Bhishma Pitama, who was representing his worldly attachment of relationship. He was not able to fight a war against Dronacharya, who was his ego, you know, worldly knowledge. So worldly attachment, worldly knowledge. And we as human beings, we have to fight both of these two things. And as long as Arjuna was doing all the tark vitark, Krishna was not helping him. He was just smiling. But the moment he was exhausted with all his tark vitark and he finally surrenders to Krishna, that is when Krishna takes on the chariot in his hand, like the rein in his hand, and starts giving him divine guidance. दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता, ऐसा बोला जाता है. अब गीता पढ़ेंगे तो आपको पता चलेगा. दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशिता, यानी कि the divine knowledge, you know, brings wisdom to your heart and you're able to see things with clarity. But for that, for the Gita Upanishad to happen, for Krishna to give Upadesh, he had to wait for Krishna. He had to wait for Arjuna to surrender his tark and vitark and ego. And when he surrenders, then only he gets into the receiving mode. And now he is a empty vessel to take all the Gyaan that Krishna will pour into him now. You understand? So as long as you are overflowing it with ego, you cannot understand any Gyaan coming to you. And now that you guys were like, okay, kya karna hai, you were reaching your brim, kind of giving up on the relationship, and you have been asking, how can you help these people? I thought, not only should I actually help you, actually basically I wanted to help you understand the resentment energy at the right level. It's not that it is not present. It is not that Sumbul doesn't have resentment with the guy. But I have in this video helped you understand what is the quantity of resentment. Is the whole picture colored with resentment color? No. Is the resentment present? Yes. What level? This level. Is it okay for a person or for a friend to have a resentment for something that she feels she is wronged, she didn't expect it? I think yes, fair enough, because you show resentment, hurt, tantrums only to people you love. You know, आपका behavior अपने चडी बडी friend से बहुत different होगा to your colleague, right? चडी बडी friends तो आपस में एक दूसरे से गाली से ही बात करते हैं, but you don't do the same with a formal friend, right? So this is the difference in the equation. Is she right to have this? Yes, but just look at this image. She cannot carry the baggage. She is worn out. So this should explain you that is she all filled with rage and hatred and resentment? No, she cannot carry the baggage, and she just wants to put the baggage aside and she wants to focus on herself, which I think is the right thing to do, because you can only do what you can do. You cannot be the he-man and take care of the whole world. Okay, so yeah. So yeah, that was one reason that I wanted to set the thing straight and clear here, so that you understand the divine guidance in the right frame. Because yes, you 80% is this, but 20% is also your own conditioning, your own attachments, your own beliefs, and that creates the whole 100 picture. So how we understand things is very different from the way things are actually. So that is one thing. And yes, because you have been asking me, how can I heal? How can we help Sumbul and Faman? And you have been asking a lot. I have been ignoring that question. So I thought, yes, things are falling in place, and maybe I should take this opportunity to help you understand things at a deeper level, because at a surface level you cannot understand things. Surface level pe you will not, if you understand things at a surface level, just at the tarot level. Here I have used Gita Upanishad, Mahabharata, spiritual soul understanding, behavior understanding, human behavior, cognition, and everything, a mix and match and alchemy of everything to help you understand the whole concept. And even I have put you under the radar, I have put you on the spotlight, and I have made you feel that if you are in this situation, what will you do? And I have compared the whole situation with different situations I was in when I started doing this reading, you are in when you are doing this, practicing non-judgment. If I practice non-judgment towards this, I gained the understanding of how Krishna and Radha Prem can be. Because these people are so much in love with Krishna, this guy, then how much more love can the Krishna and Radha Prem can be. I understood this by practicing non-judgment. If you practice non-judgment, you will see that you will always gain from the situation. Guys, if you will practice non-judgment in your life, you will always gain in your life. Because one thing you will understand that by when you practice non-judgment, you are not going into any ab reaction. You are not, using the foul language, which you will probably be ashamed of later on. Because so many times it happens in life, we judge people and then we are like, hey shit, we shouldn't have done that. You feel bad about yourself. So when you practice non-judgment, it helps you stay clean. It helps you stay dignified. It helps you stay elegant. It helps you stay, appear like, yes, you're educated, you are well brought up, you have some, sensible head on your shoulder. When you practice non-judgment, and there are so many people who use so absolutely crash language in the comment section, and I'm like, what the hell? I mean, are they even educated? People in judgment, in the comment section, they are more like pointing fingers at others. But how many times do we see that how good are we? We have all the time in the world to give Gyaan to other people. But how many times we see that where are we wrong in this whole situation? Right? So that is what we need to do. Instead of trying to go and change Sumbul, Faman, why the hell she is doing like this? Why the hell he is doing this? Everybody is doing their best. The soul level pay. And we should practice non-judgment and see how things happen, how things unfold. And yes, as I said, when you practice non-judgment, not only you keep yourself sane and hygienic and, detached with the whole situation, therefore not attracting karma, but you will see that you are led in the right direction. And this is my own spiritual understanding, my own spiritual learnings, which I have shared somewhat in this video, that when you practice non-judgment, just when you are at the tip of like, I don't trust this person, I am like, ready to throw the baby with the towel, practice non-judgment just at that time. And you will see that you will be led in the direction where you will get your answers, which you had thrown to the universe some point in time, and you are getting your answers. Okay? So everything happens simultaneously. You practicing non-judgment for Sumbul and father. Sumbul needs to practice standing for herself, because the father is taking too much of her energy. She needs to stand for herself. That is our soul lesson, and she will take her own time to understand. Give her all the time. Universe is giving all the time. Why you people are so bothered, or why you people are not giving her that much of time, right? If the universe is giving her as much time as she can take to learn her lessons, universe has no dearth of time, okay? Universe, she can learn her lessons in this year, next year, this life, next life, no problem. Universe has no problem. Then why we human beings, being not even a speck of dust in this whole big wide universe, why are we putting so much of conditions? Sumbul, learn the lesson now. Goddamn, learn the lesson now. Why do we want her to learn the lesson now? Because it is our own selfish agenda. because we want these two people to come together, because I want it. You know, Sumbul and Fahman's fan का अपना यहाँ पे एक attachment है जो कि एक obsessive requirement बनता जा रहा है. God damn, why is Sumbul not learning the lessons? Why is Fahman not learning the lessons? I want them to patch up right now. I want them to patch up right now. It is this is your ego. So just like I said, universe has given them all the time to learn their lessons. You should also give them their space, their time to learn their lessons. और ये जो चीज है ना कि अभी क्यों नहीं पैचअप हो रहा है, अभी क्यों नहीं ठीक हो रहा है, अभी इनको बात करना चाहिए, ये कहां से आ रहा है? ये आपके अटैचमेंट से आ रहा है. मुझे तो नहीं लग रहा है. आई एम फाइन विद थिंग्स बिकॉज इवन एनीवेज आई एम अ स्पिरिचुअल पर्सन. आई सी थिंग्स फ्रॉम अ स्पिरिचुअल पर्सपेक्टिव. आई एम फाइन विद दे टेकिंग देयर ओन टाइम टू लर्न देयर लेसन्स. बट इट इज यू बीइंग देयर ईगो, यू बीइंग देयर फैंस, क्योंकि आप उनके फैंस हो, आप अपना टाइम, एनर्जी, हर चीज उन पे स्पेंड करते हो. यू वॉन्ट देम टू टेक एक्शन, यू वॉन्ट देम टू पैच अप, बिकॉज यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग सो मच ऑफ टाइम एंड एनर्जी देयर. क्योंकि आपका इन्वेस्टमेंट है, आपको रिटर्न चाहिए. यू अंडरस्टैंड? एंड दैट इज वाई दिस अटैचमेंट बिकम्स सो स्ट्रॉन्ग. लाइक नाउ आई वॉन्ट इट. I want you to patch up because I love you. I give my time to you. I watch you. You better give me what I want. But universe also gives us so many things. Universe gives us everything. Mother Nature, Mother Earth gives us so much things. I give you so much of clarity. Are we expecting anything in return? But should you be doing your part? Absolutely. What we are taking from the universe, Mother Earth, this channel, this guidance, you need to give back. Help it nurture back. Because if you are not valuing it, eventually it will go away from your life. Whatever we don't value, we suffer eventually for that, for what we don't value. But are we telling, is the universe telling कि अभी lessons सीखो, सुम्बुल अभी सीखो, बहुत हो गया तुम्हारा, फामान तुम अभी सीखो, बहुत हो गया तुम्हारा? But because fans are so attached, so much in their ego, so much in their love, they want right now things abhi. Why this so much of scattered energy? Why this obsessive energy? Because lot of judgment, lot of ego, lot of involvement, and too much into the thing. Take a break. Let fresh energy come in. When you give them space, you bring in fresh energy. They get fresh energy from your energetic conditions. They liberate, they rejuvenate, they move in the proper direction. It's all connected, my friend. World is one. Universe is one big consciousness. So much of time and so much of my language to help you understand. Practice non-judgment, not only for your favorite stars, but for everybody around you. But that is not just one thing. It is all a alchemy of things. You have to practice non-judgment. You also have to stand for yourself, just like Sumbul has to stand for herself. So you see, so many things are going on at the same level. It's a mix and match of everything, and therefore universe is very compassionate that we take our own time to learn the lessons. Because you know what, there is a veil. We don't know our soul purpose, soul lessons. There is a veil, and it goes, the reading, I just read it somewhere that in China, when we are, before we are born, there is a goddess in China who gives us this medicine by which we forget whatever happened in our past lives. We forget our soul lessons. We forget our soulmates who will be playing the role of a friend and foe to help us learn our lessons. We forget everything. And now we will be left with our ego and our beliefs, which will develop over the period of time to play the roles. यहाँ पे it's the same thing like question paper, you have, आपने क्वेश्चन एग्जाम की तैयारी कर ली है, अब आपको एग्जाम देना है, and you will not be told कि आपका आंसर्स क्या है. अगर आपको पता चल जाएगा कि आपका सोल लेसन क्या है, या I mean it's more like, now you have decided the lesson for yourself. Now this world is a examination hall. Now you do it. Because if you know the question, if you know the answers, then it will not be a test, right? So you don't know the answers. With your own free will, you do the things trusting your intuition, of course, to help you lead in the right directions. And now you understand why there is so much of confusion, क्योंकि हमको इसी में से zigzag का puzzle solve करते हुए, अपने intuition का देखते हुए, एक higher path लेते हुए, अपनी ego को थोड़ा ignore करते हुए हमको आगे बढ़ना है. अगर हम ये कर पाएंगे तो we will move in the direction of light. We will move towards spirituality, towards soul. And to move towards soul, you have to move away from your ego. You have to move away from the desperate needs and obsessive thinking of your mind and body so that you can move towards your soul. Do you understand that? So long you are trapped in your ego, in your mind, you will not be able to make sense of things. You will not be able to get clarity of things. And therefore, practice non-judgment. Importantly, practice non-attachment. And to practice non-attachment, you have to become aware. And then you move to non-judgment. And then you move to creating an impact. Otherwise, it's not really possible. तो ये सारी चीजें मुझे इसके लिए समझाना पड़ा क्योंकि if you don't understand things at a deeper level, there is no way you will be able to practice non-judgment, let alone forgive anybody. And for this, you need a lot of work on yourself. Lot. You will make mistakes, you will learn the wrong things, you will feel lost, you will feel like you don't want to start over again, and then you will feel like, okay, there is no point not starting, so you will gather yourself again, you will start hunting the books, you will read this, you will find this. If you are desperate to find the purpose of your soul, if you are so frustrated with your soul. Some people come and show me ego in the comment section. Instead of showing me ego in the comment section, work on yourself. Because you cannot change me, and I cannot change you. If you don't like anything, take responsibility of it. I didn't like TV serials. I took responsibility of it. I thought that, watching TV serials doesn't help you grow. It only makes you more confused. Besides, it's very boring. I don't watch it. So if anybody is finding my videos boring, take responsibility for your life. Take the responsibility of switching off this boring channel and switching on to something that you find more interesting. As simple as that. Because we take our own responsibilities, right? I cannot do things for you. You cannot do things for me. We all have to heal ourselves. So I hope with all this too much of Gyaan, I think this was too much of Gyaan, you understand things in a little way, better way. Okay, guys? So now you will see the reading that I had. After this video, I will be posting another video which I did to help you give clarity, because with this whole good mood, all the alchemy of mixed emotions of Sumbul, importantly, we were not able to make sense of things, right? And a lot of people went on judging. But you will see in the next video that how all the judgment was not needed. Okay? And that is what I was also explaining you, right? When I stopped judging, I got a perspective, I got a clarity, I got an answer. So if you also stop judging in your life, you will get a perspective, you will get an answer, you will be led in the right direction. And this is not related with only Sumbul and Faman. This is a soul Gyaan that I have given you for your own life, to practice non-judgment so that you move towards your higher consciousness, your better version. Otherwise, being trapped in ego, tum bure ho, ye bura hai, basically it doesn't really help, because both of you are doing this argument of judgment from your left hemisphere. From your left hemisphere, character 1, which is basically the alpha characters. And the alpha characters are deep into defense mechanisms. Okay, so there is no way you will be able to win this battle of words, because both of you are operating from the left hemisphere, which protects your, the emotional part of the left hemisphere actually, which is all about defense mechanism. And then there is no way you can understand things, because you are, both of you, you are fighting to defend your territory. Sumbul fan fighting to defend Sumbul's territory. Fahman's fan fighting to defend Fahman's territory. Both of you are operating from this left hemisphere of ego, the ego self. There is no bonding here. There is no outcome is going to come out of it. And I see all these judgments going on, firefighting going on. I just smile and walk off. because you both of you are fighting from your ego self, left hemisphere of your brain. And when you, unless and until you switch off from your left hemisphere of your brain and you switch on to your right hemisphere of brain, which happens by disconnecting the cords or the circuit, you will never find a solution to your problem, because you are now getting into the loop. And that is how the brain works. Once your left brain circuit is switched on, it will go round and round and round, and you will not find a solution to the discussion, because both of you are fighting from the alpha male perspective, self-ego, and both of you will defend your territory, and there is no solution coming out of it. And a wise person will see this and will say, okay, let's take a break. Because when you take a break, you disconnect the circuit of the strong defense mechanism, and you allow the circuit to get connected with the right hemisphere, which is your higher mind, and the higher perspective starts flowing in, the intuition starts flowing in, and then you understand things at a higher level. You get a better clarity, you get a breakthrough, you get a aha moment. And that's how you save your time. Alright guys, so that was a lot of Gyaan. Take it easy. I'm sorry if I have been rude in giving this Gyaan, because that is the reason a lot of people, see, I am a mentor, okay. I teach this way and people like it, my students like it, so I have this way of teaching it. And I never intended to make this so long and really go so deep into it, but I guess it was meant to be, so it happened, so it happens, okay. So just take it with a pinch of salt. If I have been rude somewhere in explaining you things, my apologies. Please don't take it to your heart. It is going to only hurt your ego. Anybody can only hurt your ego. Nobody can hurt your soul. So don't make your ego so touchy that anybody can come and hurt it, okay. Live a elevated life. Live a life from your soul's perspective, okay. That everybody is teaching you lessons. And yeah, that is what it is. So I hope that you are able to understand Suman's, what is this girl's name? Sumbul's situation in a more understanding way. Okay? I'm not judging you guys. I can understand that you want these two people to come together. I'm not judging you, okay? I do, but I don't think I have to convince you that I don't judge, because I have given a whole lot of lecture on non-judgment. I understand that you are fans, you are putting your time and energy into this. You want the best for them, but also wanting them to fix things right now is your ego telling you, okay? So that is what it is. And initially, you know, I was also questioning that why are you people so interested in things? And some people were also, you know, some people keep commenting that why you are doing these readings, why are you so interested in them? Like fans are so interested in them. And yeah, to some extent it is right. But again, do understand that they are the public figures. They are into this business of showbiz. And if you are in the business of showbiz, your business runs only when people are taking interest in you, only when you are popular. The moment the people, and while yes, it feels that sometimes people are taking too much interest in their lives, they are popular and they stay relevant only because people are taking interest in their lives. So you cannot have the best of both the worlds. If you choose a career which has so much of glamour, so much of popularity, then you have to if you take the bouquets, you also take the brickbats, because you cannot ask the friends, the fans, be interested in their life only to this extent, only to 65.5%. The moment you take interest in your life 65.6%, it's not fair. You have to disconnect. It's not how it works. If fans love, they love. So there is no, just like how Sumbul is not a robot to disconnect her relationship with her father, fans are also not robots to disconnect and love Sumbul and Fahman in proper proportion. कि अभी उनके personal life बहुत interfere हो रही है, अब नहीं करेंगे. Yes, वो चाहते तो हैं पर वो कर नहीं पाते हैं. Again, you have to practice non-judgment for the fans also, because they are also not robots कि अभी on किया सुम्बुल फाहमान को support करने लगे, अभी off कर दिया सुम्बुल फाहमान को अब हम ध्यान नहीं देंगे. But once we become aware of all these things, we can do little bit of tweakings and manage our energy. So if they have chosen a showbiz career, then this is what it is. They cannot be choosy only about, okay, मेरे में interested तभी तक रहो जब तक मुझे चाहिए, और अभी मुझे नहीं चाहिए तो interest नहीं रहना. अगर आप इस तरह के career में हैं, जहां पे लोगों का इंटरेस्ट होगा आप में, अगर आप पॉपुलर हो जाते हैं, तो दिस इज व्हाट इट इज, दिस इज व्हाट इट कम्स, दिस इज द perks of it. You get a lot of popularity, you'll get a lot of unnecessary interest also, and we live with it because we cannot get the best of both the worlds. Life is it's a double-edged thing. Just like everything has the pros and cons, this is all pros and cons. If you chose to be a film star, people will be interested in you, and you will be popular only because as it happens in this industry, they say there is no publicity is a bad publicity. Everything is good. So if people stop taking interest in their lives, which I think, yes, it is too much of interest, but yeah, again, fans are not robots. Switch on, switch off. That doesn't work like that. Human behavior, human beings are not robots. Switch on, switch off करके आप चीजों को change नहीं कर पाओगे. You cannot change anybody. You can change only yourself. So that is the guidance. I think there's a lot of Gyaan pouring in out. Okay, my apologies if it doesn't work for you, but that's, yeah. For all the people who find it interesting, yeah, it was for them. So people who find it boring, please go and find interesting things for yourself, because I'm a tarot reader. I'm not Vidya Balan. I'm not entertainment. I cannot give you 3 times entertainment. I can give you only, tarot guidance. I can give you only clarity. I can even teach you a little bit of soul things and all that. Little bit, whatever I know. I cannot guarantee entertainment. Okay, so if you want entertainment, if you find these things boring, please find entertainment for yourself. Take responsibility for your own entertainment, guys. We take our own responsibilities in our life. With that, let me sign off. Bye for now.